Well, our next honoree has been described as one of the most brilliant, imaginative, original, and productive philosophers at work today. This is just one of the accolades that describe Robert Pippin. Robert, will you please join me? Robert is a professor in the Department of Philosophy at the University of Chicago and is chair of the John U. Neff Committee on Social Thought. He works primarily on modern German philosophical tradition with a concentration on Kant and Hegel. He is credited with pioneering the philosophical study of classical American film and contemporary literature. According to one nominator, what marks Professor Pippin's work and helps to account for his remarkable impact on the philosophical scene is his commitment to clarity and accessibility. Philosophy is not a technical subject for him. He writes in such a way as to make the thought of some of the most difficult philosophers accessible to a wider audience. Robert earned his PhD in philosophy at Penn State, and it is an honor to present him with the Alumni Fellow Award.
Thank you very, very much, President Barron. This is a very great honor. I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to the Alumni Association, to the Dean of the Graduate School, and especially to the Philosophy Department. As many of you who have been involved in these know, it takes a lot of work to put together one of these nominations and solicit the letters and organize the files. So to Eduardo and Amy and everybody in the Philosophy Department, this was really a very generous thing for you to do for somebody you don't know personally. And if I can say that, I don't want this to sound personal, but I'm especially happy that Penn State decided to bestow this honor on a philosopher. I say this as somebody who almost for 50 years has been going to non-academic parties and having been introduced is asked what he does. And when I say I'm a philosopher, there are usually two reactions. One, the most common, is people look at me as if I've just said, I'm a wizard. So philosophy is not often acknowledged this way by a university. If I can say this without sounding arrogant, I'm very proud of Penn State for having done that. The second reaction is, okay, what is your philosophy? And that is also a very hard reaction to give. But the second thing I would like to say, and then I'll close, is it's impossible in 1 minute to give you a sense of how important the philosophy department at Penn State since the 1960s has been in American graduate university education. It is distinctive. It is not like other departments. Many, many years ago, an administrator at Penn State had the courage to turn over the department to an eccentric, brilliant man named John Anderson, who's long forgotten in American philosophy, but who was instrumental in building a department that was not conventional, normalized, professionalized in a way that often is the death of philosophy. Philosophy is something every human being does, very often. It's not strictly a technical discipline. It's part of human life. And the study of philosophy has to reflect that, and by and large in American universities, it does not. And at Penn State, it does, and has for many, many years. There are now, maybe I came to Penn State 48 years ago, so there have been many generations since I came here. But somehow, the persistence of the courage of the Penn State Department to chart an independent way in philosophy as a humanistic discipline has persevered. And it is a great honor for me to be able to acknowledge how courageous and independent and worthwhile and important the Penn State Philosophy Department has been for me personally and for many generations of students in the United States. I'm very happy to accept the award, not only on behalf of philosophy, but on behalf of Penn State philosophy. So thank you very much.